So what defines the boundaries of Lakewood Ranch, and how do you actually get a Lakewood Ranch mailing address? Well, in this video, I'm going to demystify that because we do a lot of searches for clients that are coming here to the Lakewood Ranch area. We set them up on an MLS search, and when they get it, they see some of them are labeled Bradenton, some of them are labeled Sarasota, and some of them are labeled Lakewood Ranch. So in today's video, we're going to show you how that works and why we have a discrepancy here for the property addresses inside Lakewood Ranch. So if that's of interest, stick around. I have all the details coming right up. Hello, it's MarkBoehmig, Michael Saunders and Company. And in this channel, Living in Lakewood Ranch, we cover all the areas around Lakewood Ranch, from Bradenton all the way down to Sarasota, and from Siesta Key up to Anna Maria Island. So today I want to talk to you about what constitutes Lakewood Ranch. Every time I have a client come here, I have to go through this explanation of showing them what constitutes a Lakewood Ranch address, and it is quite confusing, and it does take a little while to make sure that you understand what it is that is Lakewood Ranch. So first of all, Lakewood Ranch is a town. It's not a city. We have a town hall. Matter of fact, we have two town halls. This is the one that's in the north section up near State Road 70, and then this one here is the one that's right down by the main street in downtown Lakewood Ranch. So because we are a town and not a city, all of our services are provided to us through either Manatee County or Sarasota County, depending on which county you live in. So if you want fire, EMS, your water supply, the trash and sewer, all of that is supplied by the county. So if you lived in a community that was inside of Lakewood Ranch, the services provided are through the county, not Lakewood Ranch Town Hall. The same is going to be true for Sarasota as well. If you're in Sarasota County and a Lakewood Ranch address or a Lakewood Ranch proper, you're going to be getting their services from Sarasota County. Now, the dividing line is University Parkway. So anything south of University Parkway is going to be Sarasota County. Mostly that is determined by the Waterside District. So you always see these signs that say Lakewood Ranch Waterside District. So that's the Waterside area of Lakewood Ranch. And matter of fact, that's where I'm filming this video at right now, as I'm over here by the Lakewood Ranch Waterside Place, which you can see, I think it's above this shoulder right here. That's in the background is the downtown Waterside Place. So because that we're a town and not a city, that's where we get a lot of the discrepancies in the addresses. We do actually have our own post office, and the main zip codes here for Lakewood Ranch are 34202 and 34211. But now the ones that are in the Sarasota area are not that. I think they're 34243. So those zip codes for the Sarasota area do not come through the Lakewood Ranch Post Office service, and so therefore those are going to have a Sarasota address, not a Lakewood Ranch address. But if you're in some of these communities, let's say Star Farms, for example, I looked at a bunch of listings that are in Star Farms. They all showed Bradenton address. Why they do that, I'm not really sure why. If you were to live in Star Farms and you wanted to use Lakewood Ranch as your address, you can certainly do that. And the zip code will also allow you to do that, because typically the mail is delivered by the zip code, not what it says as far as the town or city on the envelope. Now, another thing that you can always do to tell if it is in Lakewood Ranch is Lakewood Ranch has what's called a CDD fee or a Stewardship District fee. That comes on your tax bill at the end of the year, and that is what helps build the infrastructure in the area of Lakewood Ranch. So it used to be just a CDD fee, but when they incorporated the area that was into Sarasota County, they changed the wording from CDD to Stewardship District, because I believe those have the rights to go across county lines and the CDD did not. So that's why you hear those two words interchangeable, CDD fee or Stewardship District. So what about the Waterside District? Well, Waterside is in Sarasota County, so all of the mailing addresses there are going to say Sarasota. But just know that you are going to be in the Lakewood Ranch, and if you have any questions about that, you can always look at a tax bill that is going to someone in that area. So if you were looking at a particular property, you could always pull the tax bill, see if they're paying a CDD fee or a Stewardship District fee, and that would give you a clear indication as if it was in Lakewood Ranch or not. Now, let me tell you a few communities that are not in Lakewood Ranch that people get a little bit confused on. One of them is River Club. Now, River Club is just west of Lakewood Ranch Boulevard, but they don't pay the CDD fee. And that is the same for Concession. Now, Concession is to the east of Lakewood Ranch, and that is still in 34202 zip code, but they are not part of Lakewood Ranch. And that's the same with the community of Vance, which is at State Road 70 and Lorraine Road. That is not part of Lakewood Ranch. There's small little pockets of individual plots of land that seem to be within the confines of Lakewood Ranch, but Lakewood Ranch does not actually own those particular parcels, so they are not included in the CDD fees, stewardship district fees, and they're not part of Lakewood Ranch. So if you look at this map right here, this map shows you what is Lakewood Ranch. Now, I went to the information center today and talked with one of the agents there in the information center just to make sure that I had all my facts correct, and I did. So if you look at this map right here, you can tell this is the layout for Lakewood Ranch. And as you can see, they're going to be heavily investing in new communities that are to the east of Bourneside. Now, one of those developments is going to be a new Del Webb community. Pat Neal has a new community going in as well. Toll Brothers, I believe, has got a new community going in. So we have a lot more development coming for the Lakewood Ranch area that will be in the Lakewood Ranch district itself. Beware that all the communities that are in the map that are on the legend on the right-hand side are only new developments. So the communities that have been sold out and completed, just like, for example, Lakewood Ranch Country Club East, Lake Club, those communities are in a different color than what the new communities are. So they really only highlight what the new developments are in these maps that they put out on a regular basis. And as you can see, we have about 20 new communities being built with several more coming on the market. So I'm going to put a copy of one of these maps down in the description below so that if you'd like to download it and see what the communities are that you might be interested in here in the Lakewood Ranch area, you'll have direct access to that. So I hope you found this information helpful when you're trying to decide what actually is Lakewood Ranch and if you're looking at a Lakewood Ranch area and the address. So don't be too confused if you put something in on a Google search and it pulls up Bradenton. What you really need to know is what is the development and where is it located? Is it inside the confines of Lakewood Ranch? And I'll be glad to help you navigate those areas if you have any kind of confusion. And if you find yourself coming here to the Lakewood Ranch area, I'd be more than happy to help you find a home that suits your needs. And if you happen to live here in Lakewood Ranch and you're considering selling, we have lots of clients looking for homes that are probably just like what you have. Mark Boehmig, Michael Saunders and Company.